Life of Guillot. My name is James Guillot, and I think this is the 5th video here on Life of Guillot. And we got let me tell you, we got a lot of stuff to do today. This might not be a very long video. This may be a very long video. No one knows, but we got a lot of stuff to do today. I got a lot of stuff to show you, what I got for Christmas, a lot of stuff. I mean, I'll give y'all a yard tour and all that. And, yeah. So I'm going to say a few messages. My railroad channel called Railroad Guillot just hit 15 subscribers. That is good. I mean, the channel's about a month old. It only has like 4 videos. I just posted a new video on there about the Amtrak Crescent, which passed in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, going to New York from New Orleans, and it just passed from there. And yeah, Amtrak trains are pretty popular, and I think I might get a lot of good stuff from that, a lot of subscribers, and maybe some views, I don't know. So I'm going to do a bunch of stuff today, and I'm going to go ahead and show y'all the first item that I got for Christmas. And just to note that there is a dead snake right here, got ran over this morning. It's a baby, I'm not going to move it, but I'm not going to move it just yet, but yeah, I'm going to get off. I'm going to get off of the walkie-talkie.
So, I'm going to unzoom the camera here. Oh, the camera is unzoomed, okay. So, didn't mean to do that. So, first, what I'm going to say about this video, if you see me do something wrong, I'm not going to restart the video, or, well, technically, if you see me do something wrong, you are going to, but I might cut it out, because I just figured out how to cut out, like, very hard parts to cut out. Because when you add certain videos together, it's hard to cut out parts, but I figured it out, found it out. So, let's get started. I'm going to show you the first and biggest item that I have gotten for Christmas so far. I'm going to walk right over there and get it, and I will be right back. Actually, I can show you this first. I got this hoodie. It's patriotic, and yeah, I got this hoodie. Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Next thing I'm going to show you is quite my size-ish, and it's not something, I mean, yeah, it is something like normally people have, but it's not something that people would normally get for a Christmas present. I mean, it could be used for a Christmas present, but and I like it very much. I picked it out myself. My mother told me, she said, if you would like a brand new bike, you can go pick it out, as long as it don't cost too much. And I'm going to go check the camera and see if y'all can see this, and I'm going to zoom in on it just to watch it. Oh, and I also got a new tripod. For Christmas as well. It is a very good tripod. And I'm going to go ahead here. This is very good. I can swivel a lot. Whoops! Man, my walkie-talkie fell off the tripod where I had it. It's not in a very good spot. Okay, that should be better. I'm going to untighten this right here and bring this down a little bit. There we go, and tighten it up. Now we're gonna go look at my new bike. Now the first thing I'm going to say about this bike is that this is not the original bike I picked out, because the first bike I picked out had a cup holder, a phone holder, a bell. It also had a basket on the front right here, and it also had one of these carrier holders back here. And I had only ridden that bike for 2 days, and on the left pedal, it screws into the crank that you spin. If you can't hear, the dogs are barking that way. This crank right here, the pedal screws into it. And what happened is that the screw stripped out of it. That means some of the outer part of the screw was turned to little bits of metal, and it wouldn't fit back to screw in, so I had to go return the bike. And I got this bike. It does not have a carrier or cup holder or the basket on the front. And this one, whoppingly, we saved about $52. Actually, we saved $64 with this bike. I'm not going to say the price because I know there's one person that does not like me to say the prices of things I get. So I'm just going to say we saved $64 without a basket and that back thing right there. That is the first thing, and I will do a demonstration on it later. But now, I got another little thing I got for Christmas. See, I just messed up there because I accidentally let go of the walkie-talkie button, and I'm not running to restart the video. Now that the bike is out of the way, I can get another thing out of the box. This thing was given to me as a present by an anonymous person who does not want their information on YouTube. So yeah, I talked to them about it, and they don't want people to know that they gave it to me. But that's why I can't say it is from that person, because simply nobody is allowed to know who gave it to me. Because they did not want me to tell anybody. Okay, now I'm going to turn it on here. I'm going to let you hear what it is first. I'm going to let y'all take a guess. Well, sorry about the guess, but you can't hear it. Okay, I'm just going to pause this real quick.
My neighbor is getting the mail right now. I can't do anything. I'm gonna zoom this out and show you the new RC car I got. It's an RC car, I'm gonna say it. So I'm gonna point the camera at the ground and show you. You may be able to hear it in the background. We've already been rolling for 7 minutes. What? This thing has working turn signals, but you probably won't be able to see it. It's very small. I mean, maybe if I can zoom in and one hand control it, and while it's going, I can like... I got stuck. Man. It got stuck. It don't have the power to come out. But, you know what? I can just drive it out of there. And there's someone coming down the... Oh, it's the wife of the neighbor. Dang it, my walkie-talkie fell again. And this one, there's a neighbor right there. Can't see her. Oh, here comes Scott. He was in a former video. We've seen him. And, we've seen him before. And there he goes, showing off. He saw me there. He's doing it again. Oh, my walkie-talkie, man. I need to find a better spot for this. You know what? I'm going to lay it right down here. This is taking way too long. I'm going to probably cut some of this out. I'm going to move the tripod about right there. And show you my car a little bit more. And zoom out. Yeah, so this is my little RC car. It's a dune buggy. If you can see it up close. It has working headlights. If you can see when I turn around. You might be able to see it when it gets closer. You can sort of see the little headlights. So if you can't see the headlights, you definitely won't be able to see the turn signals. But y'all can just believe me. This thing can reach a whopping 20 miles per hour at full speeds. But you need to have, the instructions say you need to have 100 feet of flat open area to be straight, narrow, to be able to hit the speeds. It said it'll take about 20 seconds to hit full speeds. If you have the performance tires, which I have on there right now, they're gray instead of the black normal tires. And it flipped over, so I guess that's going to end this segment. Not segment, just this introduction of one of my Christmas presents. I think that's the last thing I have to show of the Christmas presents, and I'm going to think of some other things to do. Actually, I don't need to think. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out here, which is already zoomed out, and I'm going to go grab the car and turn it off.
The walkie-talkie is right by the camera. I think I'm going to put it back by the camera because I'm not going to be near it for it to fall off.
Let me turn off the car here and put it where it don't roll off and turn off the controller. This is the car right here. Yeah, that's it. So I'm gonna put the walkie-talkie back by the camera so y'all can hear everything I say. You know, that's the reason why I do that, so y'all can hear everything I say. We've been rolling for 11 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and get to some of the good stuff. Now,
I'm going to check my paper that I finished my work at like 2:30-ish at school, and we leave at like 3:30, so I had nothing to do, so I just started writing down some ideas, so I'm going to check to see what the first thing is.
okay,
I've already introduced the remote control car and the bike, so the next thing to do is hollering and a yard tour. So I hope I don't disturb people with the hollering, but I need to think of some ideas, man. Let's see, I think I'm going to pick a new location to film for the hollering part. Okay. I will see you guys when I am moved. I have moved position from here.
and we're just going to shut this on pause.
As you can see, guys, I'm back and the camera battery is changed. There's the shit, and I'm going to get started with some messing around and hollering. Now, in this video, you are probably going to experience my max potential of hollering. I mean, if you're watching from school, or if you are somebody who goes to my school and you're watching, you need to get better at English. And you may have heard me hollering at break. So, yeah, I'm going to holler in some of these parts. And this is probably going to be about 3 minutes. Now I'm going to go behind there, and I'm going to holler. I'm going to see if y'all can hear that, alright? This ain't going to be on the walkie-talkie now. This is going to be all out loud. Currently walking, step, 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 walking, currently walking, walking. There's a risk of snakes back here, but what the heck. Okay, can y'all see me? Hello. Okay, this is one of the stupidest videos I'm gonna make. I hope y'all can hear me with the range on these things. Okay, I'm about to let her rip in 3, 2, 1. Hear that? Oh no, you can see me! Can you hear that? Did you hear that? That was stupid what I just did right there. Now,
the end of hollering. Thank you. That's just the end of hollering. Now guys, we are back here in the front yard, and I'm going to take a spin on my bike with the walkie-talkie in my hand. I'm going to introduce the bike. I'm going to come around the curve there and try to go at top speed if I can. I'm about to hop on. I'm gonna get on here because luckily I can steer with one hand. It's not very impressing to most people, but some people can do it, some people can't. And I'm off. Simple little ride. I chose the wrong day to make this video, but I'm in need of videos for Life of Guillot. It is at least 40 degrees out here. I mean, it is cold. That's why I'm wearing my new hoodie, man. I'm getting a lot of wind chill right now. It is freezing, man. And I don't know how long before I can go with this, but I'm about to take off. Come back. Y'all be able to see me there. Okay, guys, here I come. I'm coming. Coming around the curve in about 30 seconds. Whew. Wow. Interesting, huh? I doubt it. So now we're going to get on with the tour of the yard. After these few messages. Messages of nothing. So, we're going to move location again. I don't need this walkie-talkie because I'm going to be right there. Okay. Pausing it. This is the first part of the tour of my yard. I am here showing you the southeast part of the property, with the main attraction is my pecan tree. And I'm just going to show you my front yard. We have a total of 2.7 acres of land. Am I zoomed in? No. Okay, so this is the southwest part of the yard, which you may have seen in a previous video as I was filming that way one time. So let's get on to that side of the yard. Here we have my blackberry bushes. I do have a pre-recorded video of me trimming them because they were about as tall as the fence right there. And that is also where I captured my dragonfly picture right there. That will be, I would be choosing for the International Student Convention. Now that you see over there is not mine. That belongs to the neighbors right there. And so, right here is the blackberry bush. I'll make a little bit of my summer funds with that, because they only grow in about the summer, and about every 2 years you trim them, because they were about at least to where the camera is, you can see the top of that blue truck right there. That's about how tall they were, or maybe as tall as that building you see right there. From my eyesight, they're about that tall. That building right there. So, and that is where my oldest and biggest tree, pecan tree, was. It was about as big as, we're going to move on, this tree right here. Whoa, my camera just fell back. I need to tighten that up. And I'm zoomed in so nobody can see it. It is about as big as this tree right here. It was. And, let me get this. It was right there. It was right there. And it made the most pecans. Now it died and left us with this one, which is not as big, but it makes me some good fall funds. So I got money year round. Ooh, look, we can take a picture of some geese, if you can see it right there. If I could really get a good close-up of them geese, that would be very good for the International Student Convention. But that is good. That is, man, I wish I had a camera that could zoom in. Now, if you look closely in this direction, you can see a silver truck over there. He owns this field right there. That field right there. And another field over there I'll show later. Now, I'm going to show my porch. It is the messiest porch you will ever see. Right here. All of this is my mother's stuff. I do not know why there is a box of cat litter, 2 mop buckets here, and a laundry hamper. All that is my mom's work, and a flower pot, and 2 chairs, and all that. And another flower pot, 2 more flower pots, man. And that's all not my doing, that's all my mother's doing. And here we have my Oxidation Pond. We used to have, back in the years, we had 4 ducks in there that we kept, and they would, we would feed them leftovers and stuff, and they would like it. I'd like to feed them bread, and, I'm gonna get on to the rest of the property, because the video has now exceeded over 20 minutes. That is a lot. I'm moving the tripod. Now, as you can see, we were here in the hollering segment. This is my backyard. This faces toward Alexandria. This faces towards Mississippi. Now, back here that's part of my back porch. I'll show you at a different angle. This tree has been here for a very long time. I couldn't tell you. But I used to have a dog here that was he ran from that tree right here over to this big tree right here with a runner, and he was back here, and one day we think someone stole him because he couldn't run away with the chain that big he had on his neck, and we couldn't find the chain. So we're going to move on. That's my shed. I will give you a closer look in a minute. It is locked. I cannot go in there. But one day I do have a pre-recorded video on my 3DS camera of me cutting grass. I'm sure you guys would not like to see that, but probably not going to post it. I may do like 2 minutes of it. That's it. And I'm going to move on. I'm going to pause now. So here we have the back of my house. It is a brick house. And it has, as you can see, it has a fireplace with a chimney right up there. Right up there. And it also has a wood-burning heater that we have never used. Not one time that I know. It is small, but we're going to get it removed soon. As you can tell, the laundry room or the pantry is right there because of that thing right there. That white thing. This is my back porch. As you can see, there's a window with curtains, like you may be wondering what that is. That is a sliding glass door. Now, when we moved here, this back porch was enclosed on both sides, on that side and that side, not in the middle, with a screen. And this door would open, but it would not lock. So, me and my mother decided, when I was 4, when we moved here, that we would seal it up and never use it. I mean, it serves no purpose to us. We haven't. This door has only been opened once, and that was the day we came to look at the house when we were looking to buy it. So, that is the back of my house. And here is another big tree. That is another huge tree. That is the oldest living tree on the property. That one right there, which it is rotten to the core and could fall down any minute. Well, not really any minute, but I'm sure it could fall down in a Category 3, 4, 5 hurricane force winds. I mean, it's not a very stable tree. We've had some of those big branches fall off and almost, maybe by a few feet, miss the house. We've had the tree trimmed, and yeah, we have a metal roof on the house. And we have another tree right there, which is not as quite old as this one, but it is not on the property, so it is not my tree. Hey, I'm going to pause while I'm walking. Now, this is a shed that has been here for a very long time. It was actually a very small house right here, because before this house was here, because my grandfather used to do some work for a man he knows who used to live down here, and this was the only building on the property. This was not even the building. This was here when we bought the house, but it was not here when my grandfather. This was not here, but there was a house there, and that tree was not as nearly as big. He claims. I'm just saying this from what he said, and this shed was a small house. Now, this shed, when we bought the house, was messed up bad. These doors were just replaced recently, 2 years ago. Not really recent, but it was replaced in 2019 or 20, I don't know, early 2020, so about 2 years. And this whole front, there was a big hole on that side, right there. There was a big hole. We had to fix that. And the whole roof was basically torn off because a hurricane had recently passed when we were fixing to buy the house. And we had the roof put on, a metal roof, which is still in good condition now. And the slab right here, I'm turning the camera right here. This is the only part that is on a slab. This part right here that you see on camera. And right here is another part where the old house was, but is now covered up, and that made it like the slab inside there is cracked up to shreds. I mean, about every 3 feet there's a huge crack. And my plans for this shed, if my mother said she's going to leave me this house for when she passes on, which I hope is not anytime soon, I have plans to tear this down, dig up the slab, place a new slab, and basically build a shed here and build it onto that way, build more onto it that way, and also have that tree cut down because it is in danger of falling. If it falls in this direction, it will, I don't know, probably hit the house and damage it, and I don't want that to happen. So that's the shed. We can't go in there today, but there is my old dog house with a dog that was on the runner right here. Sadly, he's not here anymore, but I miss him. Now we're going to move to that side of the property. Pausing. Now here we are in the front, in the other side of the front yard. You can tell where I was earlier by looking down that way. There is my old bike. That's the bike I had I still have it, the bike I have before I got that bike over there. You can sort of see it. And I have some very big plans for this place right here. Like, if I get this house, I mean, I'm very young to be planning these things. These things probably 90% won't happen in the future. But I do plan to raise some farm animals here and possibly a chicken coop, if I can, because my grandfather has inspired me to get a chicken coop. I mean, he has his own chicken coop and raises his own chickens and sells his own eggs. But if I'm going like during the first 2 years maybe of chicken raising, I probably won't have enough eggs to sell just for myself, but that will save some money in the store. Now, this was right here. As you can see, there's a hole there. When I moved here, the attic was full of trash. You can sort of see there was a hole there. It's been dug there. And the attic was full of bags of trash. Like, it was just boxes and paper. It wasn't food trash. That would be disgusting. But it had piles of bags. You couldn't walk. So, we dug we hired my uncle. That's my mom. That's my great uncle. It is my grandmother's brother. And the one that I went to make sausage and boudin and hog head cheese with is my grandfather's uncle. So my great uncle came here with a backhoe and dug this hole, a big hole down. It was about 16 feet deep, I remember they told me. And we piled that thing high and we burned it. There was no grass from like right here, there was no grass like right here and all around it. But that all grew back, and this was like 10 years ago. And the hole right there, it was dug. It used to be a fireplace. Like when we filled up the hole, it used to be a fire pit where we would burn. But now we have this big one over here that we mainly use right over there. And I think I'm gonna reach the limit on my camera. It's 25 minutes, so the video is probably gonna be like maybe 30 minutes. This is very long. I don't think people are gonna watch the whole thing. But if you're watching this late and you're from my school, you go to my school, please find a time to watch it. I have a lot of people in my class. Maybe one day I'll get an interview from them. I'll interview them. If y'all, I know what y'all talking about. You're hearing this and you're gonna be like at school, like, why do you want to interview us? I'm like, I don't know. So this is the front of my house. I actually, with another man, painted this house about 6 years ago, green. It used to be an ugly brown color, but now it is green. And yeah, right here where this air conditioner is my bedroom. And right over here where this window is also my bedroom. There's a wall in between here. One day, when the house is mine, I plan to tear that off and make it a master bedroom. And yeah, this house is brick. It is on a 1-foot slab, full concrete. And this was a tour of my yard. And oh, I forgot to mention, this is another little slab that was here for, we don't know why. Nobody ever told us, but I just put my old basketball goal there so I wouldn't have to go around it with the lawnmower. And yeah, I think that's going to conclude today's tour. Here's the front of my house. You can see my internet antenna right there. And there's my front door. We don't use that much. And there's the window for the living room right there. There's the garbage can. Look, today I was at school. Today is Monday. Oh, Happy New Year, by the way. Today is Monday, January the 4th. No, the 3rd. Today's the 3rd. Monday, January the 3rd, 2022. And I was at school brainstorming about what I should do for my video that I'm making today. And about 4 people requested that I jump in that trash can again. I said no. But maybe one day in the future I will jump in a bigger trash can, which I have in that shed right over there. Maybe I'll run in people. And one person also requested that I get hit by a car. I said maybe I'll get my little RC car to run into me, but that'll be hard to film because it's so small. And yeah, that's the front of my yard. There was the past oldest living tree was right there. It got very high and it was very big. It fell 2 months after we bought the house and we had it cleaned up. So it was huge. I mean, from like, the trunk was from here to there. That's how big the trunk was, like that big. Like right there. It was huge. I mean, we're already at 22 minutes on this particular video, but the other one was like 15 minutes long, so it's going to be like 30, 40 minutes. I mean, that's very long. I hope you guys will want to watch it. But, yeah, I'm going to put a banner in the front saying that whatever the tour starts, and if you want to skip what I got for Christmas and all that. Well, that is going to conclude today's video, and I am going to go back to a certain spot to record the final few last minutes of this video, and I'll say my outro. Alright, see you guys when I get there. So guys, I'm gonna thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys don't, well, obviously if you're watching, you probably skip forward, or you skip forward, or you watch the entire video. Congrats to people who watched the whole video. I mean, it took me a long time to make this video. It took me about an hour to film, because I paused. That was one part where I was interrupted by my mother. And, yeah. Thank you guys for watching, putting up with my stupidityness, but I was able to give you guys a tour of my yard, and I don't know why I'm waving my arms around. Tour of my yard and Christmas presents that I got. And, I would like to promote my other channel called Railroad Guillot. Like I said in the beginning, I made an Amtrak Crescent video of an Amtrak train out of Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Please go subscribe and like all those videos. I mean, it's not a lot to ask, but please subscribe. It'll help me in the long run. And also, please subscribe to this channel. And, yeah, I am going to brainstorm for the next 2 weeks for something I can do next time. I mean, maybe I can do something at one of my other friends' house, which I'll be going to soon. I'll make that for another video. So, that is it today on Life of Guillot. It has been a day, an afternoon in the life of Guillot. We got, for 6 seconds, guys. Please like and subscribe. See you guys. See ya!